With Fall Guys Season 4 just around the corner, there's a lot to look forward to if you're a fan of the game or a prospect looking to jump into the fun. After a painful half year, the wait might well be worth it with the introduction of Fall Guys Creative Mode. This could mean a lot for the prominence and path to a solution of the most polarizing issue in the Fall Guys community, vaulting. That's what we're looking into today. Since its introduction about halfway through Season 2, vaulting has been widely regarded as the primary source of what's been killing the game. It took away rounds and limited variety in a game that was all about just that and caused the game to grow stale for many as the player base plummeted. Many players, including some of the most loyal ones I know, went on long hiatuses, waiting for a glimmer of hope. A new custom lobby show titled The Vault was released. It featured every round in the game in one show, including those that were vaulted. It wouldn't last after rounds started getting vaulted from that too, defeating its purpose. A leaked release date of April 25th came closer and then passed. It was delayed further, but then we got our big announcement on May 2nd. The long-awaited creative mode was coming to Fall Guys, alongside 50 pre-made rounds to be released throughout the season and the inevitability of thousands of others made by players. The game, from now on, was to prosper under the hands of the community that would now be building it. But there's still one dark cloud left. Vaulting will stay. But is it really that big of a deal anymore? I mean, the amount of rounds in the base game is being increased by over 60% in Season 4 if you include the vaulted rounds. It's over double if you exclude them. This doesn't even consider the nearly infinite rounds players will come up with on their own and share with the world, or the ones Mediatonic will feature. Is missing out on about 30 rounds really worth the trouble if, in reality, we're getting thousands this season? As someone who's been playing the game since the first Legacy season back in September of 2020, while the rounds in the vault will be missed while they're locked away, it's well worth letting go of some classics for a while to finally get what the game has been praised for but never actually had: variety. Besides, since being a part of the community from the start, I trust the creative and innovative minds that play Fall Guys, from discovering glitches and skips to making questionable skin combinations. Making whole rounds might be something completely different for this community, but there isn't a doubt in my mind we'll be seeing some great work. Mediatonic has also stated that the creative engine they've been developing will be used by them to make new rounds. While it hasn't been confirmed, I assume they'll be getting an enhanced version that allows them more freedom, and I trust them to continue pushing out the same quality rounds they always have, but on a much greater scale. We could say the Blunder Dome has just had its industrial revolution hit, although I'm sure smog won't be covering its skies. I think that might be a cool season theme though, actually. Since, at least from my point of view, vaulting will be a non-issue this season and hopefully past it, there's some other small concerns that I have. Most prominently, player-made levels feel too out of reach. There's no discovery queue or featured section for player-made levels in-game, only a share code that you can send to your friends or post online. While I'm sure many community forums, subreddits, and Twitter accounts will feature great levels, it'll be nowhere near as convenient or accessible as a place to find new rounds than in-game. There's also the announcement that was briefly brought up that there would no longer be one big season pass, but instead multiple smaller ones. While the prices are lower than a season pass we're used to, we'd still be giving up more money relative to what we'll be getting. That doesn't concern me personally, since I don't spend too much on Fall Guys anyway, but it will definitely upset some people, so that worries me just a tad. But with that being said, this season still looks to be a huge net positive for Fall Guys and its players, and since I shared my opinions, I'd like to hear yours too. What are your ideas for creative? Your concerns? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll get to as many of you as I can. I hope we cross paths again soon. Have a great rest of your day.